this particular position, we're looking at a high-level role, the president of the organization. We're using Chicago as the geography. This company is in the building contracting industry. We've pulled their industry classification code, and we're going to use 40 million as their organization size. That would refer to 40 million of revenues. So the way that the database then works is it's frequently updated. When we ran this as of the end of May, it was referencing the database as of May 16th of 2023. So these are updated frequently as ERI gets more information into their system in the form of salary surveys and other types of inputs. Okay, so you go through and you input all this information. What do you get back then in terms of how does ERI summarize this data? And just to point out a few things on here, on the top right, you see that we, in addition to the $40 million of revenue that this organization had, will oftentimes plug in revenue that's slightly higher or lower than that compensation level, just so that you can see the sensitivity of the different salaries as revenue increases or decreases. And then we also see various percentiles here. I tend to think of the 25th to 75th percentile as a market range, and in this particular case, you see that that's still fairly wide, but the 10th and 90th percentiles might show the real extremes to that range. Whereas if you're above the 90th percentile level, that might indicate a reason to start building a case that if the IRS were to come in and challenge reasonable compensation, how are you able to justify that? As you said, Sean, either with overperformance the company has had, and certainly if an individual is paid outside of the 10th percentile or under the 10th percentile, I would see that as a pretty good indication of risk that turnover may occur within that position. So this is base salaries or so quote unquote guaranteed type of compensation. And then on our next page here, we talk about annual incentives. So this generally refers to a cash bonus. Typically, you find that higher level positions will have a larger percentage of their total as incentive or at-risk compensation, if you will, versus base salaries. And then the opposite is true of the lower level positions that tend to be higher base salaries and lower bonuses or at-risk type of comp. Just a quick summary on where ERI, Economic Research Institute, gets their information. It's a combination of industry salary surveys. They have a proprietary model where they take information and weight it different ways. So for certain organizations and positions, it may be weighted higher towards industry, as we mentioned, with regard to the higher level positions. And then otherwise, based on years of service. But it's the same. It happens to be the same system that the IRS uses when they're challenging reasonable compensation. So it gives us some confidence that what we're looking at is both current as well as comprehensive in terms of where they're getting their information from.